So let's jump right into today's project. I have 12 of these triangular pieces of desktop decor, I guess you could call it, from Dollar Tree. And what I'm doing is I'm going to remove the actual tea lights. As you saw, all I did was stick the end of my paintbrush or a pen in there, push it out, and it comes right on out. So after I have removed the tea light as well as that label, what I'm going to do now is go ahead and adhere 3 of these together. So I'm making 4 sets of 3s. To attach them, I am using my Fix All adhesive from the Dollar Tree as well as my hot glue. And I'm being sure to make sure that the sides that have the words cut out are the sides that are being adhered together. Now again, once I have done this, once it's done, there should be 4 sets of 3s. Once all of these are done, I'm going to go ahead and just bring in some sandpaper and just buff out any of the imperfections, and also to be sure that I have gotten rid of all of the adhesive from those labels. Now I'm using a new paint that I did pick up from Hobby Lobby, my first time using it, and it does suggest that I sand the project down or either prime it. So I just chose to use the sandpaper to kill 2 turkeys with 1 stone. So once that is done, I'm going to go ahead and start painting. Now this paint is by Decor, and this is specifically formulated for home interior projects. The label says that it does have a nice hard finish to it once it dries. And I will say, you guys, I'm very impressed with this paint. I do like it. I'll be purchasing this again. Not only does it come in silver, it comes in gold. They had it in like a bronze, and I believe they also had it in a rose gold. So my pieces here, I'm just going to go ahead and give them 2 coats of this paint. You guys, if you're not a part of the One Way Designs 238 team, I highly, and humbly ask that you would please subscribe, comment, and like. It really helps me out. And plus, I really like interacting with you guys. Now tell me down in the comment section which paints you all like to use, because I'm trying to, broaden my horizons a bit. So I jumped ahead of myself a little bit, but before I paint these, what you really should do is go ahead and I'm going to take these styrofoam discs from the Dollar Tree, and what I have done is measured exactly how far I wanted to protrude, so to speak, in the middle of my project, because this is going to form our middle piece, and that's what we're doing now. So once I have measured how far I want that piece to be on the base of the project, what I've done is just cut that piece off of that styrofoam round. So to form the middle part of this project, it is going to be a nice wall sconce or wall decor. You see, I've taken this poster board from the Dollar Tree, and I have just simply marked where each end of that styrofoam stops. So once I've done that, I just cut it out, and then I'll take some hot glue and I'll just attach the styrofoam to the poster board as you see me doing it. Once the first side is done, all I'll do is take the other piece and just fit it in to where it belongs with that poster board. So I wanted to give this a mirrored effect, but I didn't feel like cutting out any mirrors. So what I did was I got these serving platters from the Dollar Tree. All I did was cut out the middle portion of it. And after I cut that middle portion out, I'm just going to take a ruler and my crafting knife and just cut it into strips. If you want to take the time out to actually measure them, feel free to do so. Me, I just eyeballed it. And once you have scored them, they pop right apart. To attach these to my middle piece, what I'm going to do is just simply run some hot glue. Now, I will tell you, I'm not using my glue gun on high. I'm using it on the low setting, as if you do use it on the high setting, it will warp this plastic. So use a low temperature hot glue when you are doing this. And I do not suggest a strong adhesive, as I don't know how that would come out and I don't want to tell you anything wrong. So as I attach each piece, I'm just going along and cutting off the ends of it, just to be sure that where I'm cutting at is going to be nice and even. So I really like how these platters give off a really nice mirror-like reflection. And the neat thing about these guys is you can actually use a regular glass cleaner, a vinegar-based window cleaner, just to wipe these off and clean them. So this is what the middle piece looks like when it's done. Nice and shiny, right? So now to decorate our 4 pieces, what I'm going to do is take some of this ribbon that I have left over from a wedding project. And what this is going to do is it's going to act in 2 ways. The first way is to, of course, cover up these holes where the tea light candles were at, but it's also going to act as a backing for our diamond wrap that we're going to place over it. And what that means by a backing is it's really going to help that diamond wrap to really pop out and to really sparkle and shine even more. I'm taking my time covering these holes because the ribbon is just a tad bit shorter or less wider than the holes themselves. So I'm just taking my time to cover up those holes. To add a bit more of dimension to this, I'm going to bring in some of this thinner ribbon that I did purchase from Michael's last year. And, you know, I'm going to be on the lookout this year as well because I want some more of this when it goes on sale from the holidays. So I'm taking 2 strips of this ribbon and I'm going to attach it on either side of that first wider silver ribbon that we've placed down first. So you guys, I need you to do me a big favor. Down in the comment section, please let me know, of course, as I asked you previously, let me know what kind of paints that you like to use. I'm trying to broaden my horizons in that area. But also, let me know of some projects that you would like to see me recreate or to possibly put my own spin on. Now that this ribbon is attached, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my diamond wrap. And this is going to go right across the top of that silver satin looking ribbon. And this measures out to be 5 strands or 5 individual diamonds long. And then I'll just put it over and cut it down to length. Once this diamond wrap is attached to it, I'm going to go ahead and of course, y'all already know what's coming, Mod Podge and glitter. And I'm going to make the consistency of my Mod Podge and glitter really, really thick and chunky because I want this to give that really nice encrusted look, heavily detailed encrusted look. When I'm applying this to the project, what I'm doing is applying a nice thick heavy line of it along the side of that ribbon, but then I'm going to go ahead and use my favorite technique with it, and that fading away, just quick strokes with the brush. And of course, you already know this acts as two things. It will act as the decoration for the glitter, but also as a coating for the paint not to be scratched or dented. Now, if you want to skip this entire step here, feel free to do so. You can make this as sparkly or as less sparkly as you please. As I always say, take this project and make it your own. Make it fit your own home decor. Now that all of my pieces are decorated, it's time to attach everything and assemble this. So to assemble this, what I have done is I've taken these large jumbo crafting sticks that I do get from Walmart. What I have done is taking some hot glue and I have glued it on either side of my middle mirrored piece, well, faux mirrored piece. And I will say I did jump ahead of myself. When it's time to put the two pieces together, like I'm doing here, what you should do if you decide to recreate this, be sure to put some adhesive between the actual piece and the styrofoam so that there's even more of a stability there. So on these two craft sticks, what I have done is laid down a base of E6000 or whatever strong adhesive that you would like, as well as my hot glue. I'm not measuring this, I'm simply eyeballing it. And once I have my first side down, I'm going to do the same thing to the other end. When I actually attach this or place the end piece into the adhesive, I'm going to just take a ruler to be sure that both ends or both sides are nice and straight, that they align up just right. Now, again, to add even more stability, what I should have done, looking back in hindsight, is I should have put adhesive on the styrofoam and the other piece where they meet. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these large jumbo craft sticks, I'm going to cut them down to size, and where the two pieces meet, styrofoam and the actual signs meet, I'm just going to cover those up. Then take another popsicle stick or craft stick and go over that just to be sure that nothing falls apart. So to hang this, all I did was glue a piece of twine to the back of it, and it's really nice and stable. So this is what our wall art looks like. It came out better than what I expected it to look like. It's nice and it's sparkly, it's nice and shiny, but I really like the geometric feel that it gives off with the shapes of those tabletop decor pieces. That middle mirrored piece, that's just everything to me. And just to think, we created that out of platters from the Dollar Tree. So this is what it looks like in a set. If you don't want to use it as a set, you could also just use it as its own individual, statement piece. This is what it looks like standing off as far as I could go. I really, really like how this turned out. This is what it looks like as just using one as, again, just a simple statement piece. Well, guys, I hope that you enjoyed today's project. I know that the holidays are upon us, but I'm really, really, really hoping and praying that you take time out to think about just everything that you're grateful for and what this season means to you. So until next time, be richly blessed in Jesus' name. Bye-bye.